In a world covered by endless water, people are forced to eke out a living on the small patches of land that remain above the sea. The people of this world rely on ancient technology driven by quantum refractors, a powerful energy source. These refractors lie in ancient ruins underground and in the sea, and are sought out by explorers called diggers. These brave explorers are the sole source of refractor energy, which has become a cornerstone of the emerging civilizations. Originally, this was the diggers' only purpose, to find refractors so that civilization might endure. However, over the years, the story of a fabulous treasure, the legendary Mother Lode, began to be whispered among the diggers. The Mother Lode, a treasure so great that if it were discovered, it would provide so much power that the world never need fear running out of energy. Seeking this Mother Lode, diggers travel from one island to another in their flying machines, ever hoping that they'll find what they seek just over the horizon. Hope, despair, charity, greed, duty, power. Who can say what truly motivates the diggers?
Good God, was it easy to be a voice actor back in these days. Who hired that man? That was crazy. Did you see him giving the different emotions for each of the feelings? Greed, power. That was fantastic. This is Sarah from 17. This is A Balls Deep, and this is Megaman Legends, 1997 distilled. And let's jump into it, guys, shall we? So, new game, continue, options. Let's go in the options. Turn with L1, R1, as opposed to directional buttons. Free look, reverse. Oh god, video games were so confusing. Auto lock on engage with R2, that sounds pretty good. We'll see how it plays first, and then we'll see if we need to change it. I like the little surfboards doing shit in the background, that's cool. New game.
Here we go!
Here we go! So yeah, folks, this is one of the first Mega Mans I played.
Megaman?
Imagine that.
Megaman! Megaman! Can you hear me?
I can't move.
Transmission isn't too clear.
She's got voice acting? I didn't remember that.
Got cut off suddenly. I'm okay. I think this is the last door.
I don't know what it is, the graphics are kind of PlayStation classic, aren't they? But I really like them. I love the... I don't know why. Like, there's something about the old PlayStation and what they had to do to make the games look like this. There's a charm there for me, and it's probably 100% nostalgia driven. But the pixel stuff doesn't do it as much as the pixelated jump to polygons does. There's just something about this. Like, we tried so hard to make this stuff look good, and it does look good. You know? I can't help but feel like it was way harder to make anything look like anything back in these days than it is now. Even though it's probably way harder now when you look at it realistically. But just the concept of shading and building gradients to give the illusion of depth, and you know, there's a lot of skill to it.
I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here. Don't count your chickens yet. I'm picking something up on my screen. Looks like a Reaver bot. You'd better get out of there. Come on. Right. If you see anything, let me know.
Good old voice acting in 97. It's a different world, isn't it? We could have all been famous, guys. So, left goes left, right goes right, up goes up, down goes down. And you do this weird turning the bumpers to turn thing. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's have a see. Wow, we got menus. Jesus, we got detailed menus. Let's try this. Slide is... You can slide? Does that mean when you skate? Oh no, that's the auto strafe. I get it. So what button would that have been? Wow, this feels weird as fuck, dude. Video game, please. God, the triggers don't do anything. Did we have triggers back in 97? I thought we did. That's the kick for kicking the can. Let's just... I want to see what... So slide is the direction button. Okay. Let's just keep it normal. Let's put up with it, folks. It's going to be a weird one anyway. There we go. Wait a second. The audio quality sounds like shit, doesn't it? Can you see it?
Looks like a small one.
I can see something.
Should be able to take it down with your buster gun.
Yep, definitely. Use square to fire. Press the R2 button to automatically lock on. No, I got it the first time, thank you, video game. How close do I have to be? Do I have to hold it? You can't move and shoot at the same time? Oh, you can. So why did it not let me? So I can do this, but I can't lock on? That seems really confusing. Don't do that, Mega Man. God, I can remember this game feeling really good. Imagine that. God, games have changed. They've made us weak. What is this? Some kind of treasure. That's weird. You can strafe and shoot. It's a functioning thing, but yet when I hold the lock-on button, it won't let me do that. I'm almost certain you can. I remember locking on and strafe shooting everything in this game. That's the way it was played. There must be something more to it. Sure. It's just here.
Do you see a door?
I do. Strange game.
Should be the way out.
You think?
It's not far from your current position.
Use circle to investigate items. No. God, he keeps asking you to read stuff. I'm glad we done away with that.
Watch out, there's something right in front of you.
You think? Yep. No. So, it said R2. But it's not working. Not like how I remember it working. Auto lock on. Engage with R2. Like, this is what happens when I hold R2. See how it put me on him? But then it doesn't let me move. That's not how I remember this working. Maybe it's only on the bosses? I can't remember. We'll just continue onwards. This is an interesting video game that I have really rich memories of. But at the moment, I'm nonplussed. Hold it, don't move.
Looks like it didn't see you.
I don't understand why they put the text on the screen super fucking slow and have a woman talk at you. You've heard what she said before the texts come up. Wow, the camera. Old school cameras. They gave zero shits back in the day. Can you not jump on this? Can I kick it? Nope. I wonder if there's some keys in my emulator that's not bound correctly, which is making the lock-on perform strangely. You can't turn as well while moving, it makes the game go weird. Picking up a Reaver bot. Okay. Use the R2 button to track enemies above that are out of your field of view. How? Oh, there we go, I see him. Doesn't make sense that I can't move. Like, why, what would this benefit me? It wouldn't. There's no way that's how this game is played. I know it isn't. Maybe it's Megaman Legends 2 I'm thinking of. I don't know. Oh, wow, he grabbed. Like, that doesn't look like a lock-on to me at all. Weird. We'll figure it out, stream. I say stream. When I'm not streaming. Ooh. You found 560 Zenny. Good old Zenny. Remember when you get the Hoover arm? That was a fun move. You got Power Razor. The Power Razor is a Mega Man Buster part. Does it allow me to Strafe and shoot. You can attach it by pressing the start button and going to the menu and equipping it. Yep, I get it. No. No, thank you. Let's put that bad boy on. Does it say bust apart? Increases our attack. That's good then. Triangle to get out of the menu, because that's not weird. Here we go. Like, I can't turn unless I stop moving, because when I turn and move, it like doesn't interpolate the movement correctly. That could be just emulator, that. Do we go down here?
Megaman, I'm showing a
large blip.
in front of you.
That means it's a boss.
Probably a Reaver bot.
I've killed a boss in this game plenty of times.
Megaman, can you hear me?
Nope, I can't hear a thing. Can we play, please? Yep.
The transmission's breaking.
Yep, fantastic piece of narrative here.
Are you alright?
The drama is through the roof. There we go. I'm hoping this is going to teach me how to shoot things correctly. Because if not, we're about to get bummed real fast. So I remember this, like... Do you do this manually? Just... I don't know, like... Weird. Damn it, this guy's fucking me up. Yeah. I'm gonna have to just manual it, which is not a bad thing. Music sounds great. It's just, I don't remember it being like this. If this is what it's like, God, my memories suck. And I have played the second one in trombone, so it could just be a case of misremembering. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to YouTube some videos of people playing this game, because I remember this green image being a lock-on, and you could strafe around. You just kind of circled shooting people and jumping. But that could literally be Megaman Legends 2. Maybe this one didn't have it. If not, weird. Interesting. I'm sure all the people who know this game will be correcting me in the comments and saying what I should have been doing, but the lock-on just makes me stand still, guys. I can't move when I do it. And I have to do the slides while shooting, it seems, and alternating with the camera, which is not a bad thing. And once you get used to it, it'll probably be spot on. But I don't remember it being that way. But that's the first dungeon. We can now leave the Tower of Babel, whatever the hell this place is. We don't have the skate shoes yet either. Best part of the game. Oh, the boss is still there, dude. Are we fighting again? This time it's for keeps. Wow, that literally looked like it was layered on, didn't it, that? Those epic PlayStation lighting effects where they just add an extra layer in Photoshop. God, I love this generation of games. It's interesting too, isn't it? It's interesting what the new generation of gamers will think of when they look at something like this. Because you can't even get your head around what games look like now compared to what they used to look like.
See ya.
Look at the water. It looks legit. Look at those clouds. Those clouds look great. Those clouds look better than the clouds in Final Fantasy 15 because of the draw distance on Xbox One. There's the unconventional exit. I love how the thing doesn't give a shit. We're just getting out of there. With the super happy music. And that awesome looking ship. It looks like they cut off the front of a boat and stuck fins on it and jetpacks. There you go. Introduction, guys. Welcome to Megaman Legends. Nice lens flare there. Sponsored by Video Copilot. Ahead of their time, they were. But look at this. Look at the cinematography, man. That's cool. Dynamic lighting. Can you remember when we tried? Oh, God. I miss good video games. I truly do. But look at this. Bird's eye views. That other one was like what? Like some kind of low angle, crazy Dutch tilt wannabe thing?
Nice timing, Roll. Anytime, Mega Man. I'm sorry, Mega Man. I had some engine problems, and it's okay, Roll.
Is that a euphemism, Roll?
Glad you showed up when you did.
I'll fix your engine. Wink.
All's well that ends well, right? And we were able to get a refractor. We should be able to get by with that for a while.
I always love it, you know, when you see them turning the wheel like that, yet the thing doesn't move right.
Don't worry.
Is that compensating for the wind?
Thanks. I know we will.
Oh, the engine's overheating. The smoke's so thick I can barely see.
What?
But there's a lot of character to this game.
God.
Bro, the number of
There he is.
going crazy.
Wannabe Master Roshi, dude.
Much more of this.
Gramps, can you open up the number 11 valve again?
Got it.
We'd better find some place
How
to
big
sit
her
down.
eyes.
Megaman,
Shit's
check
crazy.
the map. There's an island called
She got a facial, you'd blind her.
West.
And I know that's usually a hazard of said practice, but literally. It's like conjunctivitis waiting to happen, the poor girl. I like the skyboxes, they've done a good job with these. Not too sure how, how accurate this would be, but still, it looks great.
More by myself down here.
That's coming from somebody who's made skyboxes in his lifetime. It's not the easiest thing to do.
All right now.
Tiling textures onto planes, or domes if you want to
Hold together.
do it that way.
A little bit more. Hold on. I'm taking her down.
Right.
But look at this cutscene. This is a cutscene. Interaction between characters, storytelling. Back in '97. There's a lot to this. Who knew?
Looks like we made it.
Looks like we made it. So the ship has crashed. Are we gonna go now and get the parts to fix it?
Pretty bad.
Oh, it's called Barrel.
I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
I've been pushing her so hard. I've been taking good enough care of her. Just have to fix her up.
Like the repairs
This is where the
won't
game's
be
aged the most, I
anytime
think.
soon.
You know the gaps between the audio?
We'll be here for a while, I guess.
I don't know if it's because the way the game is programmed or because of the PlayStation's ability to process this information,
Town or city somewhere.
but the gaps between the
Go
dialogue
take a look around.
are not natural. They're very artificial. And I don't know if it's because they want the player to be able to read them, so they've slowed it down intentionally. I'm not too sure what the reason for that is, but you'll notice interactions between characters and between dialogue playing off each other is a lot more streamlined now. It's something that we just, as an industry, learn to do better, it seems. But look at this, man. Oh, God, so many memories. I'm almost certain that's a two-dimensional tree. Yeah, every time I turn it, it will turn in relation to me. It's got that special relativity, boys. And it goes... Look at that. Oh, actually, if you look at it, it's crisscrossed, isn't it? It's like an X of tree to make sure you're always seeing the most optimum tree. Technology, boys. To town. I wonder if we've got to go this way. How do I slide? I must not have it just yet. Oh, here we go. We're being arrested. This really reminds me of Dragon Ball. Megaman. What's going on? Oh, and it's back to standard dialogue, is it? Is it Terrace Phillip? Inspector Gadget? Look at this guy. Can I talk to you? Is it Circle, wasn't it? There we go. Well, you certainly put on quite a show. But it looks like everyone's alright. I'm glad to see you're alright after the crash. I wonder who this guy is. Is he the police? He's only the Po. There's the Po-Po, you see, from that angle. It's just a Po. He's one of the ghosts from Ocarina of Time. Anyway, let's go to town. See what this world... Can I shoot the world? Interesting. My blaster now is a kick. Look at the you can see like the cross-hatching on the grass. Can't actually go on the grass for some reason. Interesting. The bird sound is really intrusive. You know, it's not subtle at all. It's kind of like, yo dog, you're outside! Deal with it, bitch! Take my birds! That's one of the things that you get in time, isn't it? The subtleties of things. Sound design, the Foley work and everything. They just really wanted you to feel like you were out. So there you go. A million birds chirping at once. An orchestra of birds. I want to go down inside the ruins to look for some parts and other stuff. But I'm afraid of the Reaverbots and whatever else might be down there. But if I don't find something to sell in my shop, I'll be in trouble. No shit, buddy. So I'm assuming that this is an optional dungeon. This could be a dungeon or a side quest to do once you unlock it correctly. That car's having a trouble with the green, isn't it? You can see like the green line on it. Can't go here either. Fenced off. It's a gated community. This is where Darkside Phil lives. Ooh, that looks cool. Nice little pink robot. What are you doing? Is this your ship? No. It shouldn't be here. This is a no parking zone. God damn it. Ooh, Trombots. It must be Trombone. Then. If we don't leave soon, we're gonna get a parking ticket. You tell him, Servbot. Can't talk to this one. We're waiting for... Yes, it is Mistron. And that's what we're gonna do. That's a good Servbot. He's doing his job. Anyway, let's go to town. I'm assuming the town's gonna kick off. Oh, is this the place where you can kick the can into the bin and get money? God. This brings back some memories. We're in the flying machine that just crash-banded? If so, could you wait until you've spoken with the inspector before entering the city? I did talk to him. I talked to him, dude. How dare you? This gate's malfunctioning. We can't get it to lock. We'd better fix it soon. Okay. Everybody's telling me the problems. My favourite part of video games. You get to be the agony aunt for every screwball you bump into. Can you spam jump? Kinda. Oh, the shoes are so better when you get to skate with them. But we don't have that yet. So back to the pile. Talk to this fella. Oi. Well, you certainly put on quite a show, but it looks like everyone's... Yeah, we're good, dude. Why are you not talking right? Come on, Barrel. Tell him to piss off. Here we go, voice.
Police saw us crash land and came to check up on us.
That's literally a hard script point, that. You had to talk to Barrel to get this dialogue before you can get inside that shop.
May welcome you to Cadillac's Island.
There we go.
Now, I'd like to ask one of you to come with me to the station.
Oh, here he's going to escort us.
Need you to fill out some immigration forms.
Immigration forms? What the hell?
Registration and ID card. You can't enter the city without one.
Look at this shit-eating guy. That had like velvet
It
voice.
won't take very long. While you're waiting, you can spend your time in the shopping arcade.
Yes, we
next to
can.
the city. You don't need an ID card to get in there.
Why do I need an ID card to get in your city, dickhead? You're not a country, are you? We replace passports with IDs. Isn't that what a passport is, I guess? By the way, this is running at 60 in that cutscene for a moment, and then it dropped back down to 30. I don't know if you can boost the performance. It's at 60 now. This is but the frame rate keeps chopping down to 30. Now it's a solid 30. So it can probably do 60, maybe if I accelerated some of the settings in the emulator. Like, it's up to 60 there, but it dropped back down to 30, and it's not causing fluctuations on my machine. I just think it's probably the way the game works. Like, it's back up at 60 now. Yeah, it feels responsive enough. Anyway, can I come in here, please? There we go. Nice little dip to fade thing. Screen wipe. God, this music, guys. This reminds me of secondary school, hanging out at Aiden's house, watching him play this game. Back on the PlayStation 1. Jesus Christ, how old were we? 12? Fucking hell, that's a long time ago. But what I do remember, rather vividly, is you can kick this can into this bin, and you can get crazy amount of zenny. It's like 5,000 zenny if you do it right, but it's a pain in the ass to do. And this is what we used to spend evenings doing, kicking cans into bins. And that's what... Look at this, I can't even get him to line up correctly. And that's why I judge games probably slightly different to some people, because I remember when they were pure and beautiful. And I used to spend hours shooting bottles in the minibar of a room you're not even meant to go in. But this is how this is going to end, by the way, guys, because you've got an idea of what the game is. So now we're going to kick this into the bin. Oh my god, how did that miss? Maybe this is the wrong bin? Let me just double check, because I remember there was a flap on the bin that gave you all the money. No, it's definitely these bins. I also remember jumping between the awnings of these shops. I think it might have been on this side. Like standing on the... Jesus Christ, I'm going through the corner. How games have changed. Anyway, back to the can. This is way more important. But this game has got a lot of charm. It gets a lot of shit, though, because the other Megamans are so revered. and this is nothing like them. I'm not a liar, guys. I swear. Isn't that what a liar would say? What the fuck? That can't be right. Where's the proper bin? Is it the other bin? Aiden, save me. You were always the guy who played these games. Is it the card? It's not the cardboard one, is it? No. This is where you can jump onto the awning from. There you go. Ha ha ha. Like the police. The small thing. Can we kick the dog? No, dog. Let's try this bin. Maybe that was too close to that bin, or maybe it came out of that bin, and that's why it can't be in that bin. Oh shit. I love that, look, you can kick a bin! You can't interact with almost anything in games anymore, but this is back in 97, and I can kick cans into bins and kick bins. Like, can you remember when Splinter... I've talked about this before, so I apologise to the people who've been with me a long time. But there was a demo for Splinter Cell. It was a Chinese restaurant. It was a direct competitor to Metal Gear Solid at the time. Metal Gear Solid came out, and it was like, oh, Microsoft's trying to make this Metal Gear... What? Fuck off, woman, I'm trying to kick a can! This direct competitor. This is just not having any of it, is it? I can't see any other bin, though. Maybe I've got to do a side quest before it can give me money. Anyhow, in Metal Gear Solid 2, you could shoot bags of sand, bags of flour, and they would pour out, and you could get it on your camera and all kinds of beautiful touches. You could shoot fruit and they would destruct into pieces. You could shoot bottles and they would leak. You could shoot the container of ice cubes and the ice would melt. Like, the detail that they put into all the superfluous shit was beautiful. And then I picked up Splinter Cell and shot a bottle, and it didn't even break. And then the second time I shot it, it broke in half. None of the pieces were there to be seen. It just kind of went to a different version of itself. It was completely depressing. It was wonderfully depressing. Just to see the antithesis of what Metal Gear did. And I always used to think at that point, like, games are going to get so detailed and so interactive with so much stuff, and they just kind of haven't. We've got prettier, and things have changed, and certain paradigms have took over and what have you. But the fundamentals have really not gone the way I thought they would. Some scenery is destructible, but not all of it. And I wish it'd get to the point where everything could be messed with. But just think of how much time it takes to do it, I guess. Maybe it's on the other side of this. I was hoping to kick the can and be done, but the can's having none of it today. Which is unfortunate, because I wanted to share that memory with you. There's a sign that says, please insert citizen's card. I don't have a card, dickhead. What do you want me to do? Buy stuff? You can go in the shops, damn. I didn't realise. Oh, it's an actual shop. Oh, video games. Remember those? God, they were fucking cool. Parts for your ship. I'm sorry, but my husband's out on a dig right now. You know what a dig is, right? It's where you go underground looking for old machine parts. I wonder what's taking him so long. He's probably the guy who stood outside. Hey, little blue boy, would you be willing to go find him for me? Sure, why not? We've got quests and side quests. You'll probably find him somewhere near the entrance. That's the guy, you know, the guy who wanted to go down. There you go. He's a big coward, you see. So I don't think he's gone too far. No, he's at the entrance. It's the dude we talked to. Look how sweet that is, though. It's simple, but it's cool. And this is what we're moving away from. You know, we're moving away from games being games. And I miss that. All I want to do is kick that fucking can in that bin. Stupid, weird detection bin. We used to have competitions kicking this can into this bin. And right now, it just doesn't even seem like you can. Not that these are the best kicks for this, of course. Oh, that was it! That was the Roberto Carlos! Bullshit game. Why'd you ruin my childhood? But we'll see what the front of this place is. See if we were right. And I know I'm right. See the tree rotating with me? That's wonderful. Seeing behind the curtain. He's moved from the entrance. Okay. So he's decided to go in, has he? And that was your town experience that you just witnessed. Now, we've got the dungeon experience. And that's the balance of Megaman Legends. You do the town stuff, you interact, you do the shop stuff, you get quests, you go to the dungeons, and it's that beautiful synchronicity of two features that contrast each other that make it so that the pacing is good, and you never get tired of what you're doing. And then you have games that give you dungeon fatigue, like Darksiders 2, and the end of Darksiders 1, and oh, there we go. It's so weird to control this game. I can't even begin to tell you. Here we go. Let's do it like this. When you run backwards, he doesn't shoot. It's only when you strafe that he shoots. It's so weird. I remember it being such a mobile game, and you wouldn't think it from what you're watching. Mainly because I'm making it look like shit, and I guarantee it's not, guys. I guarantee there's stuff to this. Is that even hitting that thing? I don't think it is. Let's pick up the money. The money disappeared! No! The money disappeared. Who knew? But I like that kind of balance. I like having interesting things happening in towns, shops available, opportunities to have distractions and forget about the combat and the experiences, and then boom, you can go into that if you want to. So we're looking for a fella, are we? I like the explosion look, and I like how the money falls out of them, and it's a very satisfying noise when you pick up the Zenny. They did really well with that, I think. There's a lot of cool stuff in this game. Even if, admittedly, it's aged a lot more than I thought it would. In a lot of ways. I like how you can shoot the projectile, that's cool. And if you're wondering, guys, I'm almost certain, isn't this made by the guy who... Is it Kaiji Inafune? The guy who did Mighty No. 9 and Recore and everything? And all the good games before those games I just mentioned? Like, I think he worked on this. I think this is one of his games. Trying to do something different. And you've got to give them props, haven't you? Because this is not like the other Mega Mans. This is definitely its own thing. And at the time, it was just a little bit too much for the audience. People had a preconceived notion of what Mega Man was, and this didn't adhere to it. And Mega Man used to look beautiful too, because 2D graphics at that point had been pretty much mastered. Whereas this is that rough transition to polygonal, and it does look rough, but it looks rough in that super fun way of, this was my childhood in a lot of ways. Games that didn't look like much. I shot him. Thanks, you saved my life. Phew. Thank you, Mr. Blue Boy. Come by my junk shop. We'll get parts for the ship. There you go. I've had enough of this place. I'm going home. And now we have the decision of either continuing the dungeon to see what treasure is in here and getting more money and potentially a new weapon for Mega Man or a new ability, or just leaving and doing the mission. And you're going to face a lot of these as you play this game, these opportunities to improve your character with loot in these dungeons, and it's not so alien to what you do today, you know, in a lot of the games that we play. So it's nice to see the origins, which look like this at times, and like many others. But thank you for taking the journey with me. This has been a balls deep of Mega Man Legends, and you take care now.